The conversation today is all about endometriosis and what we can do to assist on clearing that and getting that all worked out of the body, or at least to the point where it's very minimal so that it's not affecting your life and it's not affecting your pleasure. I get that if you're walking around every day of your life and you're having low level cramping and pain, and also maybe living in the fear of when you get your period that you're going to be knocked out, it can really affect your life. I know when I was like a teenager, even I was having a fear. It was so bizarre. I had a fear of my future because I thought, if here I am at 17, that if I, or even when I was 12, when I first got my period, I thought, if I'm having this much pain and I can stay home from school, I'm really lucky, but whatever happens if I get a job? My periods were not predictable. They were not steady. I couldn't time them. They could be anywhere from like 21 days to 42 days. I never knew when it was going to happen. I literally lived in fear for years of when my period was going to show up. If it could just show up in the middle of the day, if it could, show up at school, I wouldn't know, I'd have no warning. And then the cramps would kick in and I would be not functional. So it was like pretty freaking bad. And I have to say that whatever was going on uterine wise for me too also led to like a very big lack of sensation and feeling in the vagina during sex as well. So these things all work together. Now, how and why do they all work together? We could have had possibly, check this for yourself, but did you possibly have a lot of judgment of yourself, about your sexuality? Did people project that onto you as a child? I was like a highly sexual child. So at the age of like 4, I was masturbating, and I didn't know that that was weird or strange or very young for that. And when on occasion I got caught, I would get really weird conversations like, that's not right, don't do that, and whatever. And I was like, why? I don't understand why. So there was a lot of judgment being projected at me, and over time I made it really wrong. And it wasn't like I was running around naked masturbating in front of everybody. It was like people were walking in on my privacy. So dude, don't walk in on my privacy. But it did lead to a lot of internalized self-hatred, self-judgment, judgment of my own feelings and my own understanding of myself as a sexual being. I didn't even know how the words for that, being as a sexual being, but I did know that there was a lot of shame. So shame is like a really big teaching lesson on my European side of my family. My Serbian side, they use shame for everything. That's one of their key teaching tools, is like, if we shame you, maybe you'll learn. By the way, family, if you're listening, it doesn't work. So stop doing that to anybody and everybody in the family. We can do it different. It's not necessary. All right, cool. And if you are in a family, or if you use shame as a way to teach, there's better ways. It's not functional, it's damaging. And yeah, if I could get money for all the therapy that I needed for all the damage that was caused, I spent a lot of money on therapy just to be able to function as a person in the world. Wouldn't it be great if, the people who damaged you actually had to pay for all of that? Oh, would be great, but they never do. It'd be interesting if we lived in a time that they do.